Oh,
If you ever settle down to have children, think twice before you do it.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something. In the old
Are you the
form,
one
really.
sent by Mara?
Might consider joining up myself.
My parents are being impossible. Bassianus wants to marry me, and I think I love him. But he wants to move to Riften afterwards, and my father won't allow it. He only cares about this stupid town. But Bassianus makes me happier than anyone ever has. My mother's not any help either. Oh, thank you so much. It's wonderful to have someone around who understands.
Pilgrim or not, if I were you, I'd move right through our backwards little town. You must be another pilgrim on the way up to High Hrothgar. No other reason to pass through here. It's frightening living below their monastery. Sometimes I swear I can hear strange noises rolling down from up there. It sounds like thunder, but there's never any rain. What do you make of that? Oh my. Probably something about the men. We all wish we had her problems. I don't tell my husband. But I don't have any problem with Bassianus. Even if it means her leaving Iverstead, I want Fastred to be happy. If they just snuck out of town together, I could manage my husband. Bassianus is still so terrified of Yofthor. If he knew that I'd keep him from hunting the poor boy down, he'd take Fastred to Riften without a second thought. Let him know that I'll watch out for them. I just want my daughter to be happy. Sure, leave. Everyone else does. I need you to pitch in a
Daughter's
little
driving
more
me
around
crazy.
here, dear.
So forgive me if I'm a bit on edge.
Chores. What else would you have me do?
I know your sights are set beyond this town.
They call it
but for
the
now,
path
while
to
you're
the
under our
monastery
roof,
to
I need you
7,000
pitch in a little
steps.
more.
Can you imagine?
Yes, Mother.
I'm not certain if I could even make it to the top without collapsing from exhaustion. I'm sure I know what this is about. She thinks she's in love with Bassianus and wants to leave town. With him. Let me tell you how I see it. Until a few months ago, the girl was head over heels for Klimek. Wouldn't stop talking about him. Now, if I thought she was really in love with Bassianus, that would be one thing. But she's a child. It will pass. Look around here. There's not much left. It used to be a good-sized town. The folks have been moving to Riften for a while now. If all the young people leave, what happens to Iverstead? You know how children are. Her fancies change with the moment. And like always, the boy lacks any kind of spine. He'll need some convincing. A little push and this would all be simpler. Just get out of town as fast as you can. Nothing for anyone here.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Oh, Fastred. I'm not sure what happened. One moment she's smiling at me, the next I can't even meet her eyes. I'll bet Bassianus would know what's going on. He understands women. Thanks again for the legwork.
You don't look like a pilgrim. What do you want? Klimek brings food supplies up to them once every few weeks, when the weather permits it. Other than that, they seem like a quiet lot. Don't really know too much about them. Oh, my love. How I long to take her away from all of this. Why did Boti send you to me? I always had a feeling she liked me. More than that brute Yofthor, at least. Yofthor, what about him? He'll come after us and it will be unpleasant.
I think I saw it again. That goat.
She would.
It was over by
If
the
she's willing to
barrels.
deal with him, then everything would be all right. I'll go speak to Fastrid.
I'm sorry.
Post haste.
I was curious. I didn't believe the stories. I won't go over there ever again.
See that you don't. I promised to keep you safe, and I'm not going to break my word.
If you fancy a bit of music, let me know. I play the lute. If you'd like to hear something, it only costs 5 gold. Very well. I've always fancied a journey up the 7,000 steps to the monastery. Anything to break the boredom of living in this town. I envy you. A pleasant journey, my lord.
What is it? Dragons?
Fastrid, we must speak.
Bassianus, sweetie, what is it?
We must leave. Your father will never approve of us, and I grow weary of this place.
Where will we go?
To Riften, my pet. How you'll adore the city.
Oh, and to be with you.
I'll make the preparations immediately.
I need you to pitch in a little more around here, dear.
I help, I do the chores. What? Would you have me
What is it you seek, my child? How wonderful. Like the sea, their love roils and swells, but brings life and nourishment to all. I see you are eager to carry the light. As you venture, Mara fills my mind ever more with visions of love in peril. Embers lie nestled in stone, needing only fuel to bloom a flame that will warm all around them. Go to Markarth. There you'll find Calsomo, wise, acid, and reclusive. Help him to emerge and state his intentions. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants.
Heard they're reforming it.
Good to see Skyrim still has such fun. I was beginning to lose faith that any help would come. You see, I've been thinking about Feline quite a bit. You know Feline? Well, suffice to say she is resplendent, but not without resolve. Striking in all senses. The trouble is that I can't seem to speak around her. My mouth goes dry, and I start to shake. I could never hope to approach her. That's the trouble. I know Feline from the keep, but I have no idea what sorts of things she likes. It's not a simple matter. I could offend her fairly easily by bringing up the wrong subject. I've seen it happen before. There is one, Ingvar. He's quite popular with the ladies. Thankfully, Feline is not quite his type, but they've been friends for some time, and he may have some ideas. Please, ask him what she likes. It's my only chance.
I'm Calselmo's nephew. I help him around the laboratory.
Your name's been cleared by Thonar Silverblood. Consider yourself lucky.
Keeping this place secure is as simple as breaking a few spines. You've been a good friend to me. That means something.
What?
Why? Are you interested? Calcelmo, is he interested in Feline? That sly old codger. I should have guessed. Good for him. For the both of them. Between you and me, she could use a bit of warmth. As for what she might like, I didn't tell you this. Feline likes to act tough, but she really has a soft spot for, of all things, poetry. You know, I took some classes at the Bard's College as a youth. Poems come in handy when wooing. There's a poem I once used on an older lady of Rorikstead. I can change it to be about Feline, if you've got some gold. Are you prepared to receive my golden words? Come back when you got the gold, then. Are you prepared to receive my gold? Wonderful. I'll write it out so you won't forget it. You should probably just take this directly to Feline. Wouldn't want the old ice brain stumbling over the words.
Don't bother with Tacitus. Useless.
You put those Forsworn down. Good job.
Excuse me, but do you know anything? Thank you for your time.
Sibyl Stentor has a grasp of magic. No doubt most...
You have something to say, dog? Something on your mind? Pardon me? I'm not sure what this is all about. This is lovely. Calsalmo wrote this? About me? I never knew he had such feeling in him. Clearly, I've never even thought of him in that manner. I wish that I was as skilled with words as he. Here, take in this letter. I may not be as eloquent as he is, but I hope he understands.
Break the law and mark up.
I know your kind, always sneaking about.
Good to see Skyrim still has such... This is more than I could have hoped for. Have you really done this for me? I have to see her. Please excuse me. What? Oh, goodbye.
I find your hand in my pocket. I'm going to cut it off.
Thank you again for resolving my problem.
Excuse me, but do you know... Thank you for your time.
The Imperials are good for business.
Faline,
Briling's...
It's all right. You don't need to say any more. I had no idea you were so nuanced.
I love you.
So I hear. Come here, you.
Lady Mara bids you welcome. Mara is the handmaiden of Kine, the goddess of the storm and the mother of men. She is the bearer of love and the patron of marriage. If you wish to make a donation to her benevolence, speak to Maramal and ensure your true love will endure for all eternity. The goddess smiles at your efforts, child. The dawn shines bright upon you. You have seen the young, fickle love of youth and helped a more seasoned love find its way. There is one final aspect we wish for you to explore. For a strong love can withstand storms and even survive death. Take this symbol of Mara. She will guide you to the wandering souls of two whose love was so great that their entwinement binds them to this world. May you carry the warmth of Mara to all corners of the frozen wastes.
I'm searching for my Fenric. He was marching with Yukor's men, who they say were wiped out here. I've turned over everybody, though, and I can't find him. Please help me look. He has a bright red beard and hair. I don't have time for your foolishness. Either help me or be gone. He must be here somewhere. I've turned... Please help me look. Are you a fool? Look at the bodies around you. Even if you're blind, surely you can smell the blood. Come, help me search for Fenric. He must be here somewhere.
Rookie? Where is she? We're expected to fight there tomorrow. Joker elected to camp here for the night. I don't like it, though. If she's come this far from home, it must be important. Lead on. I just need to report back to camp by sunrise.
Fenric, you're alive.
Of course I am. What brings you here?
I had heard that Gyukar's men were wiped out. I came to find you.
But that battle isn't expected until tomorrow. Rookie, what's going on?
I'm so confused. What's happening?
It doesn't matter. I'm here. We're together now. And we will be forever.
What is it you seek, my child? Your efforts have helped illuminate the entire province. I trust by now you've achieved a higher comprehension of love. Carry the blessings of Mara with you so the rest of the province may shine with her glories. Riften is drowning in a sea of sin and wickedness, and it's my personal mission to let everyone know that the warmth of Mara can see them through. All I need is a messenger to bring her words to these poor souls by distributing these missives. Oh my, how wonderful! Lady Mara will be so pleased. Here you are. Now make sure you give out every single one. We can't afford to let even one lost soul stray from her warmth. Almost anyone in Riften is in dire need of those missives. Speak to them, child. You will know who will listen and who will sin. A word of advice. Keep away from the Keep and the city guards. They follow their own path and have already forsaken her. You represent... now. Set an example for all.
Blessings of Mara upon you. How may I help you, my son?
Have anything interesting to tell me? The Greybeards are a strange bunch. I heard they lived their entire life without uttering a single word. Can you even imagine? I wish I could go with you.
I've never seen Miol this upset about anything. I visit the temple sometimes, but perhaps not often enough. Thanks for bringing this to me. Watch yourself around here. It isn't safe.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
It was lost years ago in a Dwemer ruin. Without it, I feel almost as defenseless as a newborn. I don't think I'll ever be able to find a replacement. I couldn't ask you to undertake such a treacherous journey. It would be a fool's errand. But I see that spark in your eye, and I know better than to warn you away. Grimsever rests within the Dwemer ruin of Misinchaleft. Tread carefully, friend. Those same ruins almost took my life. Thank you. I'll share this with Eren. I was adventuring in the depths of the ruins when I was attacked by a massive construct, like nothing I had ever seen. When the Colossus struck, Grimsever was knocked from my grasp, and I was wounded badly. It was only through blind luck that I was able to crawl away from the Dwemer abomination and make my way to the surface. I must have collapsed, because the next thing I remember is Eren standing over me, tending to my wounds. Please be careful. I don't wish to be the reason for your death.
My food is the best in all of Skyrim. Always as fresh as the day it was collected. I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out. Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite, and not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent. Careful, though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there. They live below the streets, in the Ratway, like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place. It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels.
Whatever are they for?
Maybe I'll show you.
Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little bastards are dangerous.
Good to see you. Finally, someone useful is around.
I run the meat and produce stand at the market. Come by
Sure.
and see me if you want some of the freshest
Oh,
food
thank
you've
you.
ever eaten.
Divines bless your kind heart.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pinches of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life. A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale. People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. Thank you for the blessing. I'll put this to good use. Remember, nothing but... You and fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
Honor to you, my Thane. Long life to you, Thane.
You lost?
Hey, don't look at me
Working
that
at the
way.
Riften Fishery
Who
is
are you
tough.
to judge me?
Oh, interesting. I'll read it this evening. Remain vigilant, and don't trust anyone.
Trees. They're
So
beautiful
what
here.
if I have a problem?
Reminds me of
I know
autumn
how
at
to
home.
deal with it. Mara only helps those who can afford her tithes. This is nonsense. Safe travels.
The fall forest makes me miss my childhood. Playing among the towering trees in Valorwood and living with my brethren.
Relaxing?
Seems like a noble cause. I'll look it over. Until next time, not to worry, dear Svana.
I'd
I
appreciate
promise
it
you
if
I
you'd
can
keep
handle
your
it,
hands
but
to yourself.
Your concern is quite flattering.
Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she's slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Thank you. Blessings upon you too. Try and get those marks without violence, please. I don't want to be responsible for their deaths.
Can't you bother me at my
Or
armor
yours.
stand in the market? Or are you that desperate for training? Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. Come back when you're ready to spend more gold.
It is our most favored company. I wouldn't even clean my tail with this trash. You've been kind. I thank you.
Come see me in the market if you're looking for the finest custom jewelry. You have questions? Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Salve, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves' Guild. I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Safe travels, Landstrider.
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. I'll be back there in the morning. Lady Maven's been developing the secret recipe for Blackbriar mead over the last several decades. She uses a very secret blend of spices, fresh honey from Golden Glow Estate, and specially constructed aging casks to ensure the best flavor. Even when you get to the last sip in your flagon, it'll taste just as good as the first. Damn it. Sorry. I'm not very good at this. Look, just don't say anything to Maven, will you? I've spent weeks trying to get that right, and if she sees how stupid I am, she'll get rid of me. Yeah, fired. Sure, that's what I meant. She's an absolute pleasure to work for. In fact, I almost feel guilty accepting pay from her. Why, just this last week, I was commenting to my fellow meadery workers just how lucky we are to be working for such a charitable family. Okay, look, if I'm caught saying anything bad about the meadery or the family, I'm a dead man. I'm the 4th person to work the tasting counter in the last year. The last 3 are at the bottom of Lake Honrick. Just take my advice, and just get out of Riften as soon as you can. I'll read it. Thank you. Travel safe.
Hey, don't look at me that way. Who are you to judge me?
Come here!
New in town, eh?
Oh,
For
it's
the
you.
fishing, I guess.
Come to extort more from me? Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. Huh? Oh, sure, whatever. I prefer Debella's teachings myself. I don't know why I bother.
There's nothing like fishing on Lake Onric. You should try it sometime. Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree. Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of wars driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help. Thank you. Blessings of Mara upon you as well. Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons from Mara Mall over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh? I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'd never sleep with anyone besides my good wife, Drifa. Look, it was one night, okay? I think she slipped something in my drink. I haven't even been back to the bunkhouse since. Just take this damn thing. I never want to see it again. Remember to give at the temple. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't help you much right now. I'm currently in mourning. It was my sister, Lilia. She served as a battle maiden with the Stormcloaks. We recently heard she'd been killed. I find it difficult to talk about. Perhaps you'd be better off speaking to my parents about it. Anyway, I'm glad my work at the Blackbriar Meadery keeps me busy. Helps me keep my mind off of things. Yes, actually. I'm partnered with Maven Blackbriar. I put up a chunk of the gold she needed to get the place off the ground. We've been staggeringly successful so far. In fact, I'm almost surprised how quickly she's generated business for us. My name may not be on the label, but some of my blood, sweat, and tears are in every drop. Figuratively, of course. My father was a Stormcloak soldier in his younger days. Now he just walks the streets spewing his hatred and propaganda. My mother is the priestess of Talos. She tends to the shrine and teaches his ways. I'm just not so sure she's delivering the right message. Don't mistake my political beliefs as a substitute for my family values. They're still my parents, and I love them dearly. I just think they've let my sister's death skew their outlook on Ulfric and what he really brings to the table with this war. I'm not so certain that Ulfric's intentions are as noble as they think. I think Ulfric cares about Ulfric, and the rest is a smokescreen. I'd appreciate if you kept my opinion between us. The last thing I want to do is have my parents lose another child. Not really my usual read, but I'll give it a try. It's been good talking to you.
Aha, a fellow Nord. I trust you're bringing the fight to the Empire? If your allegiance lies with the Empire, we haven't much to discuss. They mean to take our history and crush it all in the name of some damn treaty. The soil beneath our feet is steeped in the blood of our ancestors. We've fought for this land, and died for it. I lost my own daughter to the Imperial dogs, and by Talos I'll not lose anyone else. Lilia joined the Stormcloaks many years ago, when the first of the skirmishes broke out across Skyrim. I was so proud of her. She served as a battle maiden, using her healing arts to help those that fell on the battlefield. Never even lifted a blade in her life. It didn't matter. The Imperial soldiers cut her down, killed her like a dog, and left her body to rot in the mud. And that's why I won't rest easy until every single Imperial soldier joins her, and Ulfric sits upon the throne of Skyrim. Mara this and Mara that. Where is she when hundreds of Stormcloaks are dying for no good reason, eh? Support Ulfric or die trying. There's nothing in between.
My skill in battle is unmatched. Fortunately for you, that skill can be bought. If you change your mind, seek me out here. Why settle for just stabbing your foes when you can roast them alive in a gout of arcane fire?
Oh, it's you again. What in blazes do you want? Look, the only religion I believe in is the good old septum. Everything else is just a waste. If you've got the... If Maven Blackbriar keeps raising prices on meat, I'll have to resort to watering it down just to make ends meet. Crime is an all-time high in this city thanks to the Thieves Guild. Don't we have enough problems with the war going on? Mjol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade. Door's over there. Why don't you use it?
Go on then. Deliver my message to Sibi. I hold my own beliefs, but thanks anyway. I'll meet you outside of town.
Yeah, what do you want? If this is about the meadery, we can talk later. Maven Blackbriar wants me to keep the mead flowing, and that's what I aim to do despite all these lazy good-for-nothings that work for us. Ever since I took over as a foreman, the production of our mead has never been more profitable. And if the meadery is profitable, I'll get rich. Get the picture? Lady Maven could buy or sell anyone in Skyrim. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the one pulling the strings around this city. She's always welcome in Mistveil Keep, and between you and me, I'm pretty sure she even has some pretty influential friends within the Empire. I'd also warn you not to cross her. She employs quite a few troubleshooters to take care of messy problems. What's this nonsense? Bah! You're crazy. How dare you make such an accusation? If word gets around that I betted her, they'll lose all respect for me at the meadery. Take the mark if you want it. It's not worth all this hassle anyway. Well, that was important.
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. I'll be back there in the morning. Travel safe.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard.
Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Please. Oh, thank you. Divines bless your kind heart.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
It's a fine day with you around.
Fresh meats and produce. Get that before they're gone.
It ain't true what they say about you and the Dark Brotherhood. Is it?
Good. Hofgrier's a great teacher. I'll give it a try. Thanks very much. I'd better get going.
Got horses that need shoeing, so make it quick. I'm not afraid of anything out here. Walls are just a weakling's hiding spot. Not me. I'm no weakling. In fact, I bet I got the strongest arms in all of Skyrim. Oh, sounds like I've got a challenger. Tell you what, how about a friendly wager, just between us? I bet you my entire purse of septums I can beat you in a fistfight. You match the bet, and we fight until one of us gives in. Alright, remember, this is a clean fight. No weapons, no tricks. And none of those fancy magic spells either. Here we go. Come on. Never should have come here.
Come on, he's not so tough.
No!
He's not so tough.
I don't believe it. I guess you were right. Not at all. It's good to be put in your place once in a while. I guess I shouldn't boast so much. It gets expensive.
Hofgrier's a great teacher. I've learned so much about horses from him.
You've been a good friend to me. That means something. Been stuck with the name for years. I've been riding horses since I was a lad. Nothing I liked more. But as I got bigger, so did my mounts. Then one day, I was drunker than I've ever been and mounted a poor colt. Broke his back in two. Haven't ridden since. Had only Mara saved that poor animal. Huh? What are you talking about? I don't even know what that is. Look, you must have me confused with someone else. I don't want a bad reputation in Riften, but Helga's out of control. She wanted to try it in the stables, so I said yes. If you want the mark that badly, then go ahead and take it. Until next time. Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right place.
I trust you're not planning any trouble. What can I do for you, friend? Oh, it's you. Come to extort more from me? This heap of matchsticks is what everyone calls Helga. The bunkhouse is for the working man. Not some What? How? Where did you get these? No, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Look, we need to keep this quiet, between you and me, okay? No one else needs to know about it. If word got out that I'm practicing my Debellan arts in Riften, they'll run me out of town. Here, take this and don't mention a word of this to anyone, especially Svanna. I don't know why I bother.
Sorry about the mess. Keeping this place clean is quite... Oh, I know. Isn't it wonderful? I bet she squirmed like a skeever when you pulled them out of your pocket. I think things are going to be a lot different around here from now on. And I have you to thank for it. Here, I want you to have this. It was my father's, but I'm certain you'll put it to good use. Sure, leave. Not like you care anyway.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning.
My husband Bercy will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself. Oh, how kind. Thank you. Be careful out there. Riften can be dangerous.
All meats guaranteed. Clean.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket.
All the crime and corruption in Riften is really getting to him. And now that we hear rumors about the dragons, he's been very depressed.
Vegetables as crisp as a winter's morning. Fresh meats and produce. Get
This war has created so many orphans, and so few are willing to open their hearts to them. I'd better get going.
You have some nerve coming back here after what you did to Kirava. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten in Blackmarsh. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless... Welcome. I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting. I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you. Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives. They're vermin, garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash. Disgusting, ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves' Guild's territory. Three, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet Lechance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujamma. Depends. Are you thirsty, hungry, both? Interesting. I'll look it over. Thanks. Just get out of here.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
What do you need, my friend? You represent Mara. Lady Mara's messenger returns. What can I help you with, my child? Oh, splendid! Just splendid! Mara smiles upon us this day. Allow me to give you her gift. A true blessing to aid you in times of need. Despair not. Her warmth will protect you always. Good journey, my child.
There's a nip in the air. Cold won't be good for my crops. Never is.
You're someone who can get things done. I like that.
What are you doing that for?
Hello, my love. Back from... Just fine. Whiterun is a lovely city, and there are so many other children here. They all love playing together. We have a cozy little profit. Here, this is your share, love.
Long life to you, Thane.
Papa, you're home. Let's play a game. Aww. Braith is a big meanie. Papa, you got me a... Thanks. Hmm?
I don't claim... Take a look. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach. I help my father in more ways than people realize. You think all the blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. All right then.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any... Everything... Take a look. Do come back.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for.
Lost!
If not, let me know. I might have it stored away. What do you need, my... Ah, so you're an alchemist then. Come back anytime if you need a remedy.
Honored to see you again, my Thane. Honored to see you again, my Thane.
You're someone. The finest weapons and armor.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything. Got some good pieces out here if you're looking to buy. More inside.
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften.
Oh, hey there. I killed a bear yesterday.
Do you have guidance for me, Hart? Let's not waste any time. Let's get going. Lead on, then. What do you need to take? I'm heading home, if you need me.
Lost!